What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today we're doing something pretty different. So instead of just normal match footage or whatever, I decided to go dig deep in the archives and find old matches of me vs Sonic, right? So me vs SONICFOX from right when the game came out, which is right here, 1 year after that, and then like 2 weeks ago. So you could already see a bunch of different shit, honestly. So for example, you got the point Goku Black. Who does that today? That has literally never been done besides right when the game dropped. You can tell it was like 2 weeks after Dragon Ball FighterZ dropped. Point Android 18. My team actually looks like a team that someone would pick today. Point Android 18, Kid Buu, Trunks with the neutral assist. A little weird, but functional, right? In this match, you're going to see just a bunch of weird little choices that don't make sense, like this level 1 or not sparking to save 18. When the game came out, right? When the game came out, you know, level 1 sparking is like 6 to 7 seconds, level 2 sparking is like 13, 14 seconds, level 3 sparking is like 21 seconds, so why not just save it for level 3 and have a super powerful character for a long time? But I actually feel like Dragon Ball kind of followed Skullgirls in this way, because I remember when Skullgirls came out, you could pick 1 super strong character, 2 kinda strong characters, or 3 normal characters, and of course, over time, people eventually, I'm sure there's exceptions, but eventually, I think the general understood rule is you just pick 3 characters and you go, right? So, same with sparking. So when the game came out, everyone would save their sparking, and Trunks is a good sparking character, mind you. But long term, it's like, oh, you just protect the team. Obviously, just protect the team. Another thing you're gonna see is like not so many mix-ups. Like when the game came out, definitely people were like, hey, like outside of like Super Saiyan Vegeta assist. So one thing that's weird about this for sure is neither of us are playing Vegeta, and Vegeta was really common when the game came out, to the point that, guess what? The Hive Mind complained. They nerfed Vegeta, probably for the better, I think. Probably for the better. It was too much neutral and mix-up. It's better to have one or the other, I think. There we have the old Android 16. Really cheap. The DHC pulls you out of the corner. He has a hard knockdown, unseeable command grab, good damage. And going back to mix-ups too, like a lot of the things that are kind of common now, I first saw like Android 16 do them. Like for example, the first time I saw same side super dash was after Android 16 knocked me down with his hard knockdown command grab. Of course, they took that away, but even then, we saw 16 pretty much all year. Trunks was good here, but I would say incomplete. Looking back on him, like not that much solo functionality, but you want to use him for the assist. It's kind of weird. Goodbye, Trunks. Goodbye, Trunks. Okay, so now let's fast forward 1 year. Let's fast forward 1 year. Let's jump to the beginning of this. So, excuse me, I'm dying today. Here we have Piccolo, Ginyu, SSJ Goku versus Hit, Bardock, Android 16. So Hit is still there, Android 16 is still there, but for very different reasons. So 16, of course, mix up, but Hit, I feel like Hit was just, I think Hit is cheap for Sonic before, but here Hit has a much more specific purpose, kind of just to counter all the cast style teams, all the Super Dash Gohan that was super popular at this time last year. In my case, I was following the Snap, right? And I kind of came to the conclusion that there's not really, this is bad. Oh, this could have been way worse. That is really bad. I took a lot of damage, wow. So, around this time, people are starting to think like, oh, Piccolo's S tier, the Snap meta, and all this. And I would say it's not really a Snap meta per se, as much as it was the first time we had a character that used Snap as the way they won games outright. So that's literally what Piccolo did. Hit you, snap you, Hellzone Grenade, which you will not see at all because I can't touch Sonic in this matchup, and I would just loop it. Okay. This is the team I played at the World Tour Finals LCQ last year. Good team in theory, not so good in execution. And the biggest issue, and I think I've said it before on this channel, is that Any matchup that's bad for Ginyu is also bad for Piccolo, and Sonic plays Hit, who beats both characters really, really badly. This match is actually so fast, it might be one of the fastest matches of Dragon Ball I've ever seen, that I will do another match so we can talk about it a little bit more. That was literally 52 seconds. That is fast, Sonic, jeez, okay. So this came up a lot, and I realized this personally, but I was like, you know, like, how many people are gonna play like Hit, or like Vegito, or Android 21? And the answer is, people play them, you're going to run into them, and when you have, like, normally in this game, like, bad matchups exist and stuff like that, but they're not too bad, and you could, like, kind of mitigate it by bringing in a different character, or, like, sparking that character. There's all sorts of things you can do. But when you play this team, when you have a bad matchup, it's for 2 characters, it really sucks. So Piccolo, as you see, does basically nothing. We're at the point where we're sparking to protect teams, and in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm sparking to protect my win condition, snap, right? Because I want to snap a character, kill a character, bring in Ginyu with Piccolo, so I have Reality Stone and a beam, and the Ginyu Force, and it's going to be hard. But, like I said, just not an easy game plan to execute. Like, Sonic just punches the Ginyu Force with Hit, doesn't care what's going on. Hit says he no care, right? And I get Ginyu things, like here's some Ginyu stuff, but you have to like condition them pretty hard. And in a 2 out of 3 setting, it's pretty rough to do. You can see like all the little things about what's kind of hard of playing Ginyu in this set, pretty much. At this point, I played Ginyu for like 6 months or so, 6-7 months. Sonic Hit here is kind of like my chunks of this year. Like, I played this character when the game came out, so it's not like I forgot what I learned, kind of thing. Here's another kind of whack thing about Ginyu Beam. It's really hard to convert mid-screen at this time. I think now Ginyu has way better confirms with beams mid-screen, but last year it was not the case. So Hit will endure. That's the old Goku level 3. Damn! You see how Goku didn't go anywhere? Like, he's just in your face. They nerfed that. They nerfed that, and people still use it. It's still good. It's crazy. Level 3 nerf is a really, really common thread. So 16 still used here because level 3 is still really good. Doesn't have the hard knockdown. Lost like the... They nerfed him a bunch of times by now, and he was still like S-. Like, the character was really good. Some people will be like, well, no one was doing fuzzies. People were doing them. I guess it's not as prevalent at this point, but then also like okay, I always felt like, okay, if everyone's playing like Go Tanks, Adult Gohan Yamcha at the time, like, it doesn't matter if you're tall or short anyway. Go Tanks can't fuzzy. Okay, that's probably incorrect. I think he could only fuzzy like super talls, but I think like there was just so many options for mix up anyway that, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter that much at this point. That being said, today's LK would have gone for a fuzzy there for sure. Here I'm just trying to endure. Sonic has a huge lead. That's the old 16. I'll vanish for more frame advantage on soft down. That was a pretty good knockdown strategy. Here I am mixing myself up like crazy, and I am dead. Good job, Sonic. I am dead. Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch gears a little bit for this next one. Please don't mind me. And we're back. So first, I want to shout out to my homie, Dekillsage, for letting me use this footage. To be honest, if you watch my videos, you probably watch Dekillsage videos, watch his stream, etc. But if for some reason you don't, I have all of Dekillsage's info in the description below. So this is a couple weeks ago, like I said, 2020 footage. The first thing you'll notice, of course, is different characters. Once again, I'm on Team Gohan GT SSJ, Sonic on Base Vegeta Kid Buu GT. So the Sonic team I like. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Base Vegeta not only to understand Sonic's team more, but also possibly play Base Vegeta on my own, use Base Vegeta as a 4th character, who knows, right? The team is kind of front-loaded, and the concept is that Base Vegeta's neutral is so good that Sonic doesn't need 2 neutral assists, and the mix-up you get from Kid Buu is really, really, really good. Also, Base Vegeta is kind of uncommon, so there's not a lot of counterplay developed for Base Vegeta neutral pressure etc. So it's like all good stuff, and people aren't like that prepared for it. Base Vegeta is super mobile, good rocket kick, does mad damage, builds mad Oki, good corner carry, especially with GT. There's a lot of plus sides, honestly, and honestly, the main downsides are like just you have to practice execution a lot, and there is ways to play around stuff, like to play around the Ki Blast. I'll talk about that some other time though. Now, on my side, of course, after a whole year back on Snap, funny enough, back on Snap, I dropped Piccolo and Ginyu for Bardock and Trunks. I did a bunch of different stuff. I ended up on a Snap team again. I do want to kind of post more complete thoughts about the Snap meta and like, is it real? How does it affect the game? Blah blah blah. But whoa, what a reset! That was an accident. Okay, but that's, like I said, that's for another time. Here you're just gonna see like just tighter play in general, tighter neutral, way more mix-ups. Like compared to the first match where I basically just died to 16 teleport cross up over and over. Now we have like super developed like rocket kick, J2 heavy width, air dash high low, and stuff like that. So the game is just basically super different. What's kind of funny is that first team, like I said before, that first team, the 18 Kid Buu Trunks, was it? It's kind of a team today, I would say. Like a functional team today. Maybe not a great team, but it has everything you need. You got point 18, Kid Buu in the middle, you have Trunks assist to control space, like, and Trunks assist is way better than it was when the game came out. But my team is pretty straightforward. Like I said, Snap team, just much more efficient with damage than it was before. Like Piccolo, the only thing about Piccolo is that you have to hit them a few times to the point that people used to spark like pretty early. Like the first 2M, for example, you could spark and kill characters, stuff like that. My team, I don't necessarily have to do that. I can kill really quick, basically 2-touch off a Snap, which is kind of nice. You can see the different sparking usage as well. Sparking to protect the character, to protect base Vegeta in this case. So I'm feeling pretty good because I sparked second. Now I'm feeling pretty bad because I'm about to hit Snap. Base Vegeta is also very flexible. First of all, I got baited really bad. But so base Vegeta, a nice thing about him is that you don't have to Snap if you don't want to. You can choose to just target one character and 2-touch them because he's pretty reliable with doing that. Or you can Snap a character and 2-touch that character. So it basically works at the same pace as my team right now, especially as far as Snap, because my team 2-touches after the Snap. But in this case, base Vegeta is gone. Base Vegeta is gone, but Kid Buu GT, obviously super functional. You can definitely do it. You can mix up in either order, which is kind of scary. I'm going to Snap because of course, and I'm going to mess it up because of course. I think I was trying a new setup. Trying a lot of new things at the desk village. GT very air mobile. People using their air options more ways than before. On top of that, right? Like the original would probably be Bardock just whiffing Lariat on top of the screen, but these days you see like GTs doing it. You see people floating with legs. You see all sorts of like different ways of using air mobility besides just floating. Team Gohan's in there. Sonic got hit by that, but because Sonic was standing up. Mixing yourself up, they call this. Okay, LLL. No level 3. I was blessed. I was very blessed. That would be the main thing. That would definitely be the main thing. You can see all like the well-built neutral, like, oh, you block this beam, I'm gonna do this Ki Blast, kick in, cover myself with a beam, now I'm plus, as opposed to before where I kind of just ran as Sonic with 18 and hope something worked, or Super Dash randomly. Everything has uses now. Even like Super Dash has gone through so many cycles of usage since the game came out, between just do it to nobody should ever do it to, oh, I should do it in these spots, which is where we're at now. And here we have the solo GT. So GT's in the back. I always thought personally Sonic should put Kid Buu in the back because I think Kid Buu is better alone than GT. A nice little pro tip is that if someone has a solo GT, commentators say this a lot, like, Solo GT can do it. It's Solo GT. If anyone can do it, it's good times, right? Like stuff like that. Anyone who's playing Solo GT against you is definitely trying to hit you randomly and Spirit Bomb. That's the scariest thing that they got. As long as you're just careful, it should be okay. Alright. That is it. Hopefully you enjoyed the footage. Great. If you have any questions, comments, definitely leave them in the comments. Like if you feel like it. Please subscribe. And thank you to all the new subscribers. And I'll see you next time. Peace.